All right, so los verbos reflexivos, or reflexive verbs, you will notice that a ton of your vocab words are actually reflexive verbs, and they're pretty simple, but they're slightly different from regular verbs in the sense that they have another word that goes with them. So let's go ahead and dive into that. All right, so reflexive verbs, all of them end with se, so that's what makes them different. Okay, so you'll see on your vocab list acostarse, bañarse, they're just a regular verb, and then you attach se to the end. And then when they're conjugated, that se is going to change to match the subject. So it won't always stay se, it's going to change. So, a verb's reflexive when the subject does the action to or for itself. What that means is saying, I shave myself, or you give yourself a shower, he brushes his hair. Any object that deals with a part of your body, so any kind of hygiene or anything would actually be a reflexive verb. We don't do this in English, so it's a little bit different. But the important thing is that they're always accompanied by one of these pronouns. So if it's in the yo form, you need me, to form, you need te, se, nosotros, has nos, okay, and then it goes through. So as long as you attach them, we'll look at an example here. All right, so you're going to conjugate lavar like you would any other AR verb. So if you want to go ahead and pause these notes and write it down, you can. We know that it's an AR verb, so the only part that you're going to look at is lavar, like it says right there. So we know yo form would be lavo, lavas, lava. So here's the full conjugation, okay, but we're not done because this is lavar se, so that se has to do something. So you're going to go back to what you wrote down, the me, te, se, nos, os, and you're going to put those in the right spot. So we know that if it's yo, we put me, tu, we put te, so this is what it'll look like. So that's it completed. So this is all the forms of lavar se, just like every other verb, except for you happen to have these in front of them, okay, but it doesn't change anything else. Reflexive with infinitives. So what if you have a conjugated verb and an infinitive? Sorry, that should say conjugated, not conjugate. For example, you have voy a afeitar. You have two verbs there. And you know that you need me somewhere, but you don't know where you're going to put it. Are you going to put it here? Are you going to put it at the end? So let's see. You actually have two options. You can attach it to the infinitive, which is rare. Only we can do that when we have an infinitive. Or we can put it in front of voy, which is the conjugated verb. You can't put it in both spots. You cannot separate it, okay? So you couldn't put it like right here or right there. You have to have it before everything or at the end. So this tells you what I just said. You cannot separate the conjugated verb and the infinitive. All right, so here's some practice. So go ahead and pause, see if you can get these correct, conjugate them correctly. And here are the correct answers. So hopefully didn't have any issues. One thing that might have thrown people off is that we have quiere here, which is a conjugated verb. And so we can't conjugate two verbs in a row. So you want to have the infinitive form there. You can actually conjugate it, right? Because quiere is already conjugated. All right, if you have any questions, you can always come in for tutorials. Any morning after 8:15, I'll be here. And this will be on your 2A quiz. You want to make sure you do some practice on the conjugamos. All right.